Jacob, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I want to give you guys my top 3 stock picks for the month of September 2020. So as I always do for these videos, I made a write-up for you guys which I'm going to read along with you, which consists of the 3 stocks we're going to be talking about today, followed by the ticker symbol, followed by a brief description of what the stock is, what the company does, the market cap. I will explain to you guys why that's important in my eyes, and then lastly a summary of why I'm personally bullish on these stocks. Then for 2 out of the 3 of these I did attach a chart to give you guys some technical reinforcement for my fundamental arguments. You guys know I always prioritize fundamentals over technicals because I am a longer term trader, but I do still put weight on technicals. I do still think they're important, and we're not going to get super technical today. That is for future stock talk videos if these stocks continue to perform like I think they will, but we'll just get into the technicals a little bit once again to reinforce my fundamental arguments for these. Along with that, I do have good old Robinhood mirrored for you guys right here. We will look at Robinhood along with these stocks while reading through them, and if I want to talk about anything else, I'll just kind of rant about it while we're looking at the charts on Robinhood. All right. So as always, before we get into it, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it, or if you're invested in any of these stocks already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and want to catch more investing content like this. All right, so let's get right into it. My top 3 stock picks of September 2020. Note, these aren't necessarily the stocks that I'm currently the most bullish on in general, but specifically for the month of September. Number 1, talked about it before, made a few videos on Workhorse in the past, but it's Workhorse. I think this thing is poised for another rally. Just looking at the chart right here on the 3-month time frame, you can see it already rallied. I mean, it's up 600% already. You guys know, if you've been following along, that I do believe in the 2-wave theory. We saw the first wave play out. You see the bubble pop a little bit. You see it capitulate. The fact that it's going sideways for so long really shows me that there's some strength in this stock, and it really is just poised for another significant move up. All right. So Workhorse, if you're not familiar, is a company primarily focused on manufacturing electrically powered delivery and utility vehicles. Its market cap is just under $2 billion. Just to put that in perspective, Tesla, especially after today, I mean, what a killer stock split day it had, is over $400 billion now, okay? And I'm not comparing the 2 companies at all. I'm just giving you guys kind of a point of reference at how small in the grand scheme of things Workhorse is, okay? So $2 billion, obviously financials do make a heavy impact, but it just shows you how much room for growth potential there is for Workhorse. So right off the bat, the reason I like lower market cap stocks, I say this all the time if you guys have tuned in, but a lower market cap requires less capital inflow to the stock or company in order to increase the individual share price, okay? So very briefly, that is why I like low market cap stocks. I feel they really provide more potential for asymmetric bets. Okay, although Workhorse has already seen a significant rally over the past few months along with the rest of the EV sector, I believe the recent correction it's seen has come to an end. Workhorse is working towards a very important solution that few other EV companies are, and that is shipping and logistics. In a world that is obviously trending electric and autonomous, I think Workhorse is beautifully poised to disrupt this massive marketplace. On top of that, they're allegedly in partnership talks with some very large logistics companies. This is extremely promising. From a technical perspective, Workhorse has just broken out of a pretty textbook bull flag that is a historically bullish pattern, as I'm sure you can assume. A bull flag is where a chart goes parabolic and then is followed by a descending triangle. I believe the second wave of the rally has been initiated. See chart below. Okay, so as you can see here, I mean, this is a pretty textbook bull flag. It is an elongated bull flag. Usually bull flags might be a little shorter, ending around here. But I've seen a lot of these, especially in this recent market environment over this relief rally over the past few months. Been seeing a lot of this, and elongated bull flags have played out the majority of the times. Okay, so I was just waiting for this to break out, and it did successfully. And once again, just from a very brief technical perspective, I do think that the second wave of this rally in Workhorse has been initiated. And again, Tesla is killing it. Tesla, the kingpin of the EV sector. If the EV, there's so much hype around the EV sector right now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and that's just extra fuel for the fire for Workhorse. All right, so that's number 1. Let's get to number 2. These aren't really in any specific order, but I mean, yeah, they're not in any specific order. I'll just say that. Number 2 is a gold mining company, so Kenross Gold Corp. Let's look it up on Robinhood. Kenross Gold Corp. Right there. Okay, so not too good today, but I mean, that's all right, you guys. Again, I invest for the long term. The red days really don't scare me that much when I'm so fundamentally bullish on this, and I'm very fundamentally bullish on gold and silver miners right now. Okay, so Kenross Gold, let's go to the 3-month. You can see on the 3-month and like 1 year, it's still doing extremely well. Okay, so Kenross has a strong balance sheet and is seeing very impressive year-over-year growth. That's from a financials perspective. I especially like the fact that They mine both gold and silver, considering I'm extremely bullish on both at the moment as a hedge to inflation. In a world printing trillions of dollars in fiat currencies, I believe this is just the beginning of a new long-term bull market in hard money assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin and mining. Okay, so that was very short. You guys, Kenross, KGC, I just realized I forgot to read the description, but they mine both gold and silver. And to be completely honest, I'm more bullish on silver at the moment than gold. If you've been tuned in the channel, you would know that. I'm very bullish on silver, but Kenross Gold, they're a pretty sizable company as far as gold miners go. So I am invested in many other gold miners, but I think Kenross is a very solid company. I think there's a lot of hype around them, especially with Buffett buying Barrick Gold recently. And I do believe that this is just the beginning of a new bull market in gold miners, especially, and silver miners as well, okay? I will, in the near future, make like my top 3 gold miners and my top 3 silver miners, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. But to sum it up, I'm very bullish on this sector right now. So again, sticking to the mining route, Marathon Patent Group, made a few videos on this, been talking about this a lot, super bullish on Mara right now. Let's get to reading and pull this up on Robinhood as well. Okay, so Marathon Patent Group, that's a long one to write out. Marathon, right, sure. So had, again, you guys, rough day. I will say this right off the bat, if you guys are somewhat newer to this game, if you can't stomach volatility, because I'll tell you from firsthand experience, this stock does. You can see that. If you've been riding this Mara wave with me for the whole time, my I mean, congrats to you, because you do have strong hands. You have that strong stomach that it does take to kind of stomach these red days. But you guys remember Marathon Patent Group, I'll read this right off the bat. Mara is a Bitcoin mining company with a market cap of $85 million. So if you thought $2 billion was a drop in the bucket, $85 million is microscopic. And there's so much fundamental stuff going on around Mara right now, which makes me just so bullish on it, which I'll read through right now, okay? If you tune into any of my other videos on Marathon Patent Group before, then you know I always say that I'm almost irresponsibly bullish on Bitcoin mining stocks. Going back to a few points I touched on in the stocks above to reinforce my argument. 1, the world is trending digital at a rapid pace, and 2, the world is printing trillions of dollars in other fiat currencies. Bitcoin is the ideal asset for both of these scenarios. It's absolutely scarce. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist, and that physically can't change. It's easily transferable, unlike gold, and it is currently only has a market cap of $200 billion. Gold has roughly a $9 trillion market cap. To sum up my price prediction for Bitcoin, I believe we will see a $15,000 plus Bitcoin by the end of October. I've established this conclusion based off multiple technical and fundamental reasons. Again, you guys, if you tuned in, you've heard me rant about Bitcoin so many times, and I'm just so bullish on Bitcoin right now. I've established this conclusion, based off multiple technical and fundamental reasons. Considering Mara is literally paid in Bitcoin as a miner, a pricier Bitcoin equals a more profitable Mara. So keep that in mind, you guys. Marathon Patent Group, what a Bitcoin miner does, just to sum it up real quick if you're not familiar, they validate the lines on the blockchain. That's the reason the Bitcoin blockchain network is so secure, is because there's millions of miners all around the world validating that blockchain. And in return for validating the blockchain, they are paid directly in Bitcoin, okay? So similar to gold and silver miners, it takes energy, it takes resources, it takes time to mine Bitcoin. The same applies for Bitcoin. Okay, but again, I will also make a video in the future talking about why Bitcoin is gold 2.0, why I think Bitcoin is significantly better than gold for similar reasons, but I'll save for that. I won't rant about Bitcoin too much. We're talking about Mara. Okay, so Mara also recently released news that they're planning to merge with an existing mining company that will nearly double their operations. More mining machines equals more Bitcoin. On top of everything else, Mara is a minuscule company in the grand scheme of the equity markets. With a market cap of only $85 million, truly microscopic. I see a ridiculous amount of growth potential upside from Mara, not only this month, but for years to come. So once again, you guys, these aren't only, I'm bullish on all these companies long term. If you guys would know that I never take on positions that I'm not fundamentally bullish on, but the technicals on a lot of these really are lining up, and the fundamentals even more so. So we've already seen Mara run up significantly and correct significantly in the past month or so alone. See chart below. I view volatility as a feature, not a bug. Wild price action leads to discovery. Discovery leads to new investors. And of course, that leads to greater potential gains. Bullish. Okay. So once again, you guys, if you've rode the Mara wave with me, if you're part of the newsletter, you would know that on this whole way down, almost the whole way down, I've been adding onto my Mara position just because I'm so bullish on primarily Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin, they're not directly correlated. So even though, like today, for example, Bitcoin is relatively flat, even up a little, and Bitcoin is looking very strong from a technical perspective right now as well. Mara did see a down day, you guys. So they're not going to be directly correlated. Keep that in mind. But you guys, just keep the focus on the long term. $85 billion company. You guys can see here, back in 2017, this is when Bitcoin reached $20,000 in the bull market of 2017. Marathon Patent Group So it shows, we'll show here. So you can see here on the candle charts, it reached a high of $40. Okay, and that's similar to Riot Blockchain, so many of the other Bitcoin mining stocks I'm talking about. There's so much potential here for the individual price, share price to go up because there's such small market caps. Okay, it does not take much new capital and many new investors, which this market is full of right now. There's so much new retail traders, so many traders who want to get their hands on a revolutionary, world-changing stocks, which I believe Bitcoin miners are. Truly another wave, truly like something so low-key still. And you guys just keep in mind, it helps to stomach the volatility if you really keep your eyes on the long-term prospects of these companies. This applies to any company, that if you're truly fundamentally bullish on the long-term, medium to long-term prospects, which I really am with Bitcoin, Marathon Patent Group, and so many other stocks right now within the cryptocurrency blockchain space, just keep your hands strong, eyes on the prize. The weak get weeded out at times like these, and just make room for the strong hands, okay? So keep your hands strong. Again, you guys, I can't guarantee any outcome. I will finish off with this. Remember, this is not financial or investment advice. Always do your own research and due diligence to establish your own conclusions and make your own decisions. You guys know the deal. I can't guarantee you anything. I just do my best with the experience I have and the data I have available to me to give you guys the best information that I possibly can. So once again, I hope you guys were able to gain some value from this. If you guys do want to know my exact positions in some of the stocks we talked about today, literally all call options, all put options, stock position, cryptocurrency positions, it's all laid out in my complete portfolio. Along with that, I do send out a newsletter every day, every trading day during market hours, talking about the trades I made that day and just rationalizing my thoughts around those trades, as well as giving you guys my overall thoughts on the general markets. Okay, so it does look exactly like this. I actually did send this out to my newsletter prior to reading it for you guys, so the newsletter did see it first, but this is exactly what it looks like if you want an idea of what will be showing up in your email inbox, again, every trading day during market hours. So check that out if you're interested. First link in the description. I really appreciate it if you do. It's a good way to support me and the channel, and hopefully I do my best to give you guys the best information I can. If not, no worries at all. But again, you guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think about these stocks, if there's any stocks that you're personally bullish on for the month of September, because there's plenty out there. Again, you guys, these are just, it's always very hard for me to make these videos because it's always hard to just narrow down three. There's a lot that I'm bullish on right now, but I am confident in these three, and I'm confident these will perform. Remember, you guys, could not happen. These could all tank. I don't know, but these are my top 3 picks for the month of September. So once again, you guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like if you did gain value from it. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace. Later.